Hey guys, welcome back to Team Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be going back through the comments I've gotten this month. I picked out a few that I either want to talk about, or I like, or, something like that, and we'll have to talk about them. I do read all of your comments, every single one. I reply to as many as I have something to say to. And if you want to show up in one of these videos, make sure you leave a comment on this video or one of my other videos, and let's get right into it. So, Ricky Nichols says, I've watched your deck list. I like the deck. My build is somewhat different to yours, but yeah, your deck rocks. And this was on my EX5 Chaos Galamon deck profile, and I appreciate that, Ricky. Unfortunately, I think my deck profile is pretty mid, and I did change it a little bit. I don't know if it's worth posting an update. I might when the BT17 spoiler stuff comes out, the Chaos Galamon Crimson Mode Ace and stuff like that. The deck is trying to make something work that I don't think Bandai wants to work, and it's a little bit tough to play sometimes. But as long as you like it, I'm happy, and I'm glad to hear that somebody enjoys it. So build the decks you like, play what's fun, don't just play meta stuff, and that's kind of our goal on this channel. We're putting together some fun stuff and giving it a try and sharing that with you guys. So our next comment is by Zybus. What would you recommend to replace Shine Greymon Ruin Mode? And this is on my post-restriction EX5 Anumismon deck profile. And then Joshua Foreman comments that Death X in this format or Sword Defeat. And I would say I agree. If you don't have the money for Shine Greymon Ruin Mode, you're probably not putting a level 7 in this deck that does anything. Or in any deck, quite frankly. At least in purple. Your options are Shine Greymon, Death X, or Sword Defeat, or Zwart. Zwart is kind of hot garbage. I really like him. He's not good. Zwart Defeat is also really fun, really cool, but you have a, 2 in 50 chance, 1 in 25 chance of him winding up in security if you run him at 2. If not, it's a 1 in 50 chance that he's in security. And if he's not in security, he's a 3-cost Tamer Hate, which is okay, but you lose your entire stack, which is, in most decks, you're playing your deck for your level 6, right? We're not playing our deck for a level 7 deck unless you're playing like Turbo Shine Greymon Vaccine or something like that. So losing an entire stack to pop a Tamer doesn't feel great. So if you cannot get Shine Greymon Rune Mode, I would recommend that you pad out your champions, pad out your rookies, find an extra option that you like, go up on 1 by a Tamer. There's always something that you're running at 2 or 3 that you can bump up for consistency's sake. So that would be my advice. Then, any update on how well the deck played? This is also by Joshua Foreman. Trying my own twist, which I don't have Saber Dramon. I'm also using Dobermon, which can recover Anubis. I'm looking to try Vicious Mode, which would be Maycrackmon. Instead of 3 Minerva, 2 gets replaced with Mastamon. I know it's probably not going to work the best, but with how wide the deck can go, I thought it was worth a try. This particular version of my deck profile played pretty good, honestly. I played it against a lot of my friends' decks. A lot of my friends play not the most meta, but like probably A-tier decks. Stuff like Mirage, Galgamon, Greymon. We don't have any Garuru players. At this point, we had no Leviamon players. Played it against Metal Eddymon, Security Control, Yellow Vaccine, stuff like that. And it was okay. It was totally fine. Honestly, sometimes it got really out of hand and I would just smash. Other times it had some trouble. I did rework this deck profile, and I will eventually share that with you, but I'm going to be playing that at regionals, kind of a crackhead cook for it. So we'll see how well it does, and then I'll update you guys on that. As far as your own twist, go for it. I don't know how consistent it would be. I would have to really try it to see how it plays. I think Mastamon's a little awkward in any deck that's not its own tribal deck because it wants a DNA. But if you have ideas and you think they're good, try them. And if you like the way they play, play them. Play them with your friends. That's all I have to really say on that. Nurk Studios says on my vaccine aggro deck that 10 rookies feels way too risky. And you know what? It might be. I play a lot of purple, like almost every deck. I think I counted 6 or 7 of my 9 decks are purple or have purple in them. And I always feel okay at 10. If I don't see one, I get to mulligan and then I have my rookie. But in yellow, maybe that's different. Maybe that feels different in any other color, honestly. But I always roll with 10 or 11, depending on if my deck is really rookie dependent. Mitamamon, you probably could go 11, it would be fine. You could probably go 12 and it would be fine. I just really, really personally hate seeing rookies when I don't want them. And that's why I usually run with 10 or 11. So if you like more, go ahead and run more. Asphole15 says, thank you for the video. I'm starting to play this TCG 4 months ago. I still don't have some of the most expensive cards in the deck, like Lucimon and Rune Mode, but I really want to try it, since being able to play both Minervamon and Merva looks fun to me, so I hope to get it all in some time. Yeah, playing purple is expensive. My current version for this deck, because I am a Minervamon fanboy, and it's one of my favorite Digimon, is it's all alt arts and pretty cards and stuff like that. And it was about 500 bucks. My just in like non-bling cards, we're sitting at like 200 or 250. I'm running Death X now. The rare mons were 40 a pop. Uh, you know, wisdom trainings are up at like 10 or 11 or 12 or something per now. My advice would be find a play group that lets you play proxies. Uh, there's plenty of ways to play the decks you like to play without paying all the money for the decks. If you join our Discord, plenty of people there. We don't care. Play proxies. It's fine. We're here to play the game, not to shell out $200 for a deck and then play it 3 times and never play it again. So if you are barred from entry due to not having money to play the game, then I just think that kind of sucks. So I've always been okay with proxies. I think you should find a play group that lets you do that, and if not, I'm sure there's tons of people on webcam who let you do that. So I hope you get to try the deck. I hope you enjoy it. It is absolutely one of my favorites that I've played so far. The Real Final Glory says, don't forget, Valkyriemon is an all turns effect, so if they attack your security, you get a security attack plus on their turn, and then a security attack plus on your turn. So you'll be doing 3 checks if they don't die from your effects. I didn't know that, to be honest. That's super cool, and that makes the card way better. I think that's one of my favorite cards from BT16. So knowing that is really, really great. Thank you for that. NomNom2407 says, may I recommend Highlander format? This is on my video from like 6 months ago where I proposed some new Digimon TCG formats. I am familiar with the concept. It's based on Yu-Gi-Oh, where you do 1 copy of each deck, kind of like Commander and Magic. And a step further would be just play 50 different Digimon and 5 different eggs without options and tamers. I think without options and tamers is a little bit excessive. If my friends and I had enough cards between us, I would totally try this. If people didn't mind burning like 20 to 50 bucks on a Highlander deck, and we did like some best of threes with it, I think it'd be totally fun. I think more people should be willing to try new things in this card game. I think having only 2 formats is really tough. The fact we're getting monocolor cups, though, that's fantastic, and I think it's a positive sign for the growth of the game and the direction that we're headed in. So, yeah, Highlander format seems pretty cool. Jake Hollowworth says, any BT15 Shin Manzemon ideas I can steal? I wish. I tried cooking one when you commented this about 2 weeks ago, and I was really unhappy with the way it turned out. I recorded a video and everything. I pushed it back twice, and then I was like, I was really not proud of how this turned out. It's just jank. Shin Manzemon feels kind of bad as a boss monster. I haven't forgotten about this though. I'm still gonna try. I think it's probably gonna wind up just being Shin Manzemon with security rookies and then like Venusmon, and trying to just lock things down so that you can keep like tactical retreating your rookies on top. But I think it flies really close to the same territory that like the Numemon deck does, and that's what makes it really tough to distinguish as like its own flavor of deck. But as soon as I have something that I don't mind sharing with the world, I'll post that for you. Your boy JS says new level 4 Bakemon is a good generic draw engine, and you are correct. I do like it. It is when Digivolve, draw 1, trash 1, and on deletion as well, I believe, with a Retaliate inheritable. That's fine. I think there are better when Digivolving draw trash cards. I believe this context. Nope, this is on my new support video. So I know in the Leviamon video I talk about Raremon, and that's kind of a sensitive issue right now because that card is really expensive. I know we can run Garurumon. Dobermon's always a fine choice. I mean, purple just has so many ways to get cards in trash. Bakemon is just fine, just as well. So if you like Bakemon, run Bakemon. I don't know why this is all the way down here. So Granite Fun says, I'd have a question though. Does the consistency suffer from having BT9 Garuru X in there, and that can't be replaced on purple Gabumons? Likewise with the blue Melga X, can't go on purple Weregars. So this is on my OTK BT16 or BT15 Metal Garurumon deck profile. I got a lot of comments talking about consistency, and you know what? There are consistency issues. I don't think they're as bad as people think though. It's not so much that the deck is inconsistent. I don't think it is. I did play test it, and I only had an issue literally once with the BT9 Garuru X. And to get the full combo anyways, you're looking for Weregar into Weregar X into Metalgar into Metalgar X, the whole shebang. Which I just don't think it's as big of a deal as a lot of the comments thought it was. I saw some comments that were also talking about BT15 mat versus the BT6 mat, and that one is also tough because you could run it if you really want the on-play search and just keep your stack and raising until you have everything and then promote your stack and go for it. That's viable. That's doable. You could do that, but your BT15 mat will also whiff your omnis, your X antibodies, and the cool boys if you run them. So no matter what, I feel like the mats, you're taking a hit somewhere. I just prefer draw one, gain a memory so that I have enough memory to do my full combo. Um, and as far as the inconsistency in the actual Digimon goes, ideally we'd be searching out enough pieces that doesn't happen. But inevitably it will happen once or twice. That's just cards. You can have the perfect deck profile, and sometimes it's going to be inconsistent, and that's cards. Like we post in the comments of all of our videos, for the most part, our decks aren't built for competitive play. It's made for you to have fun with your friends, and this is just a combo where if you're playing with your friends, you're like, well, I'm gonna OTK you, and it's gonna be kind of silly, goofy, and fun. You could try it. If you were planning to take this to a regionals, then there's probably some optimizations you could make. So that's where we stand on that. I don't necessarily disagree with you guys, but also that's all I have to say about that. John G, sorry. You're missing Ukomon. That's a good staple for beginners on my best staples for new players video. And yeah, it is a great staple for beginners. I did not include every staple in that video that is great for beginners because that would have been a lot of cards. I just tried to pick 5 per color, barring the obvious like trainings and memory boosts. So yep, Ukomon, buy it if you're a new player. It's a bit pricey, I think, though, at the moment, so maybe not. Ori Flama says, I've been playing and testing this deck, and with one I had better results is the SOC variant, since most of the cards generate great control against stuff like Magna X and Imperial. This build is good though. For my collision support BT16 Dorogoromon video, yeah, it probably is. I built that deck because I really like Dorogoromon and I want to play Dorogoromon, and I had 4 of the Altar Dorumons and the tournament participant Dorugamons, and I was like, I just want to build a deck where I can play all of my old Dorugoromon cards and all the new ones. So that's what I did. SOC, go for it. It's probably really great. Miropo says, hi, thanks for the profile. What alternatives do you recommend instead of Raremon due to it's practically impossible to obtain it? Yep, it sucks. That card was like $10 and now it's 40. Anything that cycles you cards is the answer. Either when Digivolving, there's not a lot on play that draws you cards right now, I don't think. So you're kind of stuck with the when Digivolving effect or something that on deletion can dig pretty deep. Doberman is comparable. It's 1 memory more, but on deletion, it's going to dig 3 deep and bring you a card back, which is fine, but it's not great. So unfortunately, your options are to either suffer with something that's slightly worse or cough up $40 to $50 a copy. Chris SC says, the way I dislike BT13 Geo when I was running it in my vaccine deck, I rarely saw it. When I did, there were never any tamers in my security. I ended up taking it out, and now tamers are always in my security. I simply have no luck. It's a skill issue. Me too. I put it in every vaccine deck profile because I'm afraid if I don't have it, people will say, why aren't you running BT13 Geo Greymon? And every time I use it, I whiff quite frequently. And you know what? That's cards. So you either run it or you don't. It's up to preference. Per usual, there's probably another rookie or champion that you could bump up to replace it if you don't like it. Punk Prinks says, in the case of the Usagi draws, when you order sleeves, bundle the oversleeves. Please do. I bought the Pokemon sleeves that I was running on my Anubis Mon Minervamon deck, and I've been playtesting that deck a lot because I wanted to bring it to regionals, and already the card sleeves are splitting. So I thought that oversleeves were kind of a recommendation for art sleeves. Like, you should use them if you want to preserve the art, but yeah, buy them because they will save your art sleeves, and you won't feel like a piece of garbage when you order your Usagi draw sleeve and they take like 3 weeks to show up and then you ruin them in like 2 weeks. Yeah, just avoid that. They bundle for $4 as well if you buy the sleeves and the oversleeves together. So do that. And then lastly, Hello XO 666 says, cool video on my best accessories for the Digimon TC video. Thank you. I really do love seeing positive feedback to videos. I love seeing you guys engage with what we're doing. And to me, it's important that we have some kind of dialogue back and forth because I do want to build a community of people who can play Digimon. I think it's important that if we want the card game to grow, we gotta get to know each other, play cards together, have a good time, and be able to talk about things. So that is my comment review video. If you want to show up in one of these videos, make sure you comment on my other videos or comment down in this video. Anything you want to ask me, anything you think we should talk about. We do have a Discord. I plug it in the bottom of all of my videos. If you join that Discord, you can come and play cards with me and the boys, or anyone else who joins the Discord. So far, it's just us. So that's all I have to say for this video. If you did watch this video all the way to the end, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.